How's it going?
Well, I'm excited because our buddy Drew came up with his Rivian R1T, and it's always a good day when Drew comes up. But something exciting, new Rivian wheels from Martian Wheels. For those of you who don't know, Drew runs Martian Wheels, and these are the new ones specifically engineered for Rivian. And there's 6. So Drew's gonna tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah.
You can show us some different configurations and stuff, but it's all about Rivian wheels on this episode.
All right, Drew, tell us about these shoes here.
Yeah, so ultimately wanted to answer all of the people who are asking us about, a new Rivian wheel design. We had one in the past, and just decided to move on and do something a little bit different. And so, basically took, a lot of people might not know, I know Kyle knows that I used to do some rallying, and so that style of wheel has always been, really interesting to me, what they usually use on rally cars. And so that was more or less the kind of vibe that I wanted to go with these, but then take some aspects that have been used in other places like Formula One, for instance. And so more or less, this is like a rally style wheel that is, first of all, fully forged, and so as light and as strong as it can possibly be, and then taking inspiration from Formula One for this outer aero ring. And ultimately something that hopefully people think looks pretty cool, and should perform really great too.
Yeah, so with wheels, I guess what's kind of cool about these is so many Rivians these days are coming on like the 22-inch sport wheels or the new Aero wheels, and we're actually just speccing an R1S at the moment. And really, the trucks are so capable. It's good to have multiple sets of wheels for what you're going to do with them. Absolutely,
because they can really carve up a mountain road.
Yes,
on pavement, and then you can actually take it and climb the mountain itself off-road.
Right.
With these trucks. So it's incredible.
Yeah, you kind of want different wheels and tires. I think what's really nice is a lot of people will have like a winter set or a summer set or something like that. So maybe we can show just the standard 20-inch wheel, just out of an example.
Yep.
This is actually, these wheels came off your truck. Thanks for letting me borrow them.
No problem.
And so these are the factory wheels. Honestly, not a bad wheel, Drew.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. I've never been a huge fan of like the two-tone, with exposed aluminum situation. That's not been quite my thing. They're good. They're better than average for sure.
Yeah, and for like a factory all-terrain option, like I like the tire a lot. I think the wheel is really good. So you've gone for a similar size on those to
exactly.
This, but it is different.
It is different, and
so you're running the OE tire. So this is, the OE, the original tires fit. You can go up if you wanted to. Like there's some room.
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. So really 20 by 8.5. Just like the stock wheels.
Yep.
About 4 pounds lighter and a little bit stronger.
So that's good.
Overall quality and the strength to weight ratio a little bit better. The only thing we've done as far as specs is just bring the offset such that it's pushing the wheel out just a little bit.
Yep.
Because that was something that our customers had requested, was a little bit nicer of a stance.
Yeah,
people
so
think
actually,
the stock
Jordan,
wheels.
Look at it head on here, and it's not poke. You're not Mexi Spec over here,
no.
But it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think we found a nice blend of a little bit more aggressive without offending anyone.
Yeah, exactly, and it still seems to because it's not an OE wheel, you don't have to pass all those crazy regulations that has to pass.
Sure. And we're not Europe, and so we don't have a specific.
Whatever you need to get the fender.
Yeah, I want to say 7 millimeters or something like that is the max you can do.
They have something crazy over there, but this really works and fits well. It also fits the vibe and the character of the truck super well.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and one of the things that we had to develop to get the very aero look and performance is this inner cover here the center cover, which yeah, is something we had never done before, to develop that kind of thing that needs to interface properly with the wheel. Although we are going to make some changes, so maybe that's a thing that we could show later.
Okay,
yeah,
sounds good. What are you going to change?
Just ultimately to make that like a two-part situation where you can, yeah, run them like this or run them with the cover off.
Right.
Because I think you
I
thought
saw
that
them with the
looks a
cover
little
off, and I
cool.
loved it.
Yeah. But we'll make sure that that's all polished up.
Okay,
and
cool.
looks the way it should.
But then you'll see
production.
the exposed sort of mounting system. You'll have like a little center cap.
You'll see your lugs and then just a normal center cap, and yeah, it'll look great.
Because this is probably
aggressive.
good for range and aero, just to have this much flat surface. I also like how you can still see the brake caliper through there.
Yep.
So like you see all the stuff you want to see. I would probably run them with the center cap off most of the time, unless I'm going like on a long trip. Then you throw them on. Cool to have configurations. Price, all that stuff. Do you know yet?
So it's going to be, very similar to our other forged options. Sub 3,000 for the set. For sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that shouldn't be hard to do. Although we are talking in the midst of, some kind of crazy,
geopolitical, economic situations.
Right. So yeah, our costs are not going down anytime soon. For us personally as a company, but yeah, we shouldn't need to pass that along to the consumer. So
and thinking
should
of
be able
consumer questions,
Yep.
would you offer this style in other sizes as well, and also colors?
Yeah, I want Drew to do like a 27,
Totally.
28. Like I want donk
Yeah.
a Rivian.
Yeah, I know. You have made yourself very clear on that.
So I want like, on our R1S is going to be blacked out. These would look sick. I just want like 30s.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this height here is 35.
Yeah.
So like, why stop at 30?
Exactly.
I mean,
Let's
how
go.
much tire do you
Just
need?
a little rubber band.
Right, yeah, 34s, let's go. So, TBD, but for sure, some of the other Rivian sizes, 21, 22, I think is easily, we could say that that's going to happen.
Yeah, 22 makes sense. I think that will look great with this to give, because some people may already have the all-terrains and they want an on-road option. And these,
For sure.
I think they'll just look even better.
Yeah.
I mean, every wheel looks better, bigger. I think, but that's just my style.
Yeah.
But it should be great.
But both, small wheel, big tire, like we've done on your Cybertruck as well.
Right, that looks sick.
That works best, first of all, for off-road and rough terrain and stuff like that. And then, but yeah, again, these cars are so good everywhere that should offer multiple options.
What about going down? I know the brakes are an issue. If you wanted to do like an 18 and run like something we did there.
Right, not possible on Rivian, unfortunately, with these brakes. So, if you wanted to do that, like they do on rally cars, you actually downsize the brakes in diameter anyway, not necessarily in performance. You go with some really, really thick rotors and stuff, but that's what you'd have to do to go any smaller
and that's all
than 20.
custom.
Yeah, that doesn't exist as far as I know. So, unfortunately, that's...
And clearance-wise, how are we looking in here? Jordan, if you get your camera in, it all plenty of room for everything, you think?
Oh, plenty. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, so, could go down, potentially to 19, but then you don't really gain much with that, and then there are no tires available.
Right.
So 18 is where you start to really get some good tires, but you can't do 18. So,
right. So that's where this tire is actually a really nice compromise.
It is.
There's also the Nokian Outpost NAT that I am going to run on my truck when I get this set of wheels for it.
Yep.
So I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yep.
Colors, anything else the viewers would want to know about? I know you've got the black.
Yeah. Yep, totally. Yeah, and luckily we've got a bit of sun now, so you can see it better, because black's a little hard to photograph sometimes. Yep. But the colors we're offering now most likely will be offered as well. So if you're more into the gray, gunmetal, that kind of thing, or bronze, there's some very hardcore bronze enthusiasts out there. So
this thing would look sick on bronze wheels.
Yeah. So we'll have those. Pending any major changes here in the next couple weeks on the website pretty soon.
Okay, and the last point would be on the valve stem on the original RV1 wheel.
Yep.
We, you kind of fix it in a sense where originally the valve stem stuck out. That was just on the prototype set.
Yep.
And then you got it flush with a cap, and that was fine, but it was still a little bit odd.
Well, it was, we were shooting for something that if customers really appreciated it, it would have been something that we could have continued. But yeah, they didn't really seem to. So you had to basically use an extension to get onto the valve stem,
right,
so that we could have a completely clean outer rim,
which was cool.
Yeah, right. And you know, I thought it was worth doing, but it added that one little extra step where. Most people.
Yeah, and you always need to have the extender on you if you needed to air up or down.
Sure. This traditional.
Yeah, so if
that's
you
the
take a look
OEM,
here,
just, TPMS.
Yep. And now with Rivian's new wheel and tire menu, you can actually get the TPMS to program.
Great thing to bring up. Yeah, so excited that they did that update. They also gave us rally mode, in
the dual motor truck.
Yeah. So that's a blast.
That's
and then,
any dual motor performance truck.
Yep. And now you can change your wheels and tires, and you don't need to set up a service appointment, and which might take a little while, as you
could be a couple months,
just to do a simple thing which you've been able to do in Tesla since whenever, where you just boop, boop. I do it at a stoplight.
Right. Well, don't do that with this.
Right.
It's like a 5-minute or more entire truck reset.
Right. Yeah. At least you can do it yourself, but I think it was like 5+ minutes of you could.
We were just sitting there.
Right. Couldn't even open the center console.
Right, the whole thing
shuts down.
Complete shutdown and reboot. So don't do it at a stoplight, or you'll piss off your entire city. It doesn't even tell you this is going to take a few minutes.
It really should. Yeah, that just a little warning. Yeah, but at least you can do it yourself. So that's great.
Okay, well, congrats on the new wheel. Do you have a name at the time of the recording? It will have a name when it's on the website.
It'll have a name very soon.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Throw your ideas in the comments. Because that's not my making wheels. I've gotten pretty good at naming them, not so much.
Okay, so naming suggestions are needed. This is the one and only prototype set right now. Series production will start in the next month.
Most likely.
Okay, so just in time, really, for summertime adventuring.
Exactly.
If you've got a Rivian on 22s, go for the 20s. Put some nice tires on them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really like that stock Pirelli tire for everything it has to do. It's pretty impressive.
It is. It is pretty impressive. Yep. So hopefully people are into it, and we can get a little bit of feedback from this. But
if you look at it from the dead side, it's got this really cool, sort of aero disc looking thing. I've always wanted you to do a wheel like this, and I think it looks sick. Like, I don't think the wheels we put on the Cybertruck, Jordan, if you zoom in over there, that wouldn't really look great on the Rivian.
No, yeah, it's tough. Now, since a few people have seen this wheel, we may offer it for other, you might do a Model 3 spec or something like that.
Model 3 rally wheels. Would look sick.
But, there's such different characters.
A white color rally wheel. And then you could have some printed graphics that you could put. I think Drew should sell a kit where you could design whatever you put on this section. And
love it.
Yeah, that would be sick. You would have to get rid of the Martian Forge for it to stick properly.
Sure.
But you could sell a version that would just be like customizable.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the one aspect that is maybe a little bit controversial. I know for some people that have talked about other people's wheels or something. Branding on the product, not so much.
Yeah.
But we made them. Just like. This truck here, I mean,
they put their badge on it.
You get the few percent of people that debadge. It does.
Let's show her on that.
That's right. Yeah. So, so we know how to make badging better.
And this was
Rivian
from the
does.
factory. They put the quad motor or tri-motor. Well, at the time, this would have been the quad motor. Badge.
Right? Yeah. Pretty hilarious.
Which is just a dual motor truck.
And they were going to fix it. I said no, don't change it.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. So so I guess feedback on that. I like it.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
think you keep
Awesome.
the Martian Forged.
It's
sell the sticker kit.
as of now that's staying, and more or less everything you see here will be the wheel. So that's the design we're going with, and color feedback for sure. And then once we actually move forward, we'll show you what they look like with the covers off.
Cool.
And you'll have the ability to run them both ways.
Very nice. Well, can't wait for, I guess, pre-orders to open. You doing pre-orders? You just going straight to orders?
I mean, there'll be, probably a short pre-order phase. But people don't like to wait after they pay.
Yeah.
And so, as we've got the
This
track.
happens every time we film here.
I didn't know there was another side truck over there.
Well, you have one vote from behind the camera for white wheels, that's for sure. Because the Dune wheels that came out were really cool, light sandstone color. So
Sure.
white for rally, though, that's what I think.
That would
Yeah,
look
yeah,
sick. I already
yeah.
talked to you
Oh, I
about
love
doing color matched ones, but you said maybe kind of difficult.
Oh man, I mean, I bet that's tough to even match this to this
Yes.
for automakers.
Just watch any of Colton's videos.
So I'm sorry, but that is out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have confidence we could pull it off? Sure, but oh man, paint's hard. Paint's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
white
get
would
a
be
black
White would be cool.
truck and black wheel, white truck with white wheels.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. Yeah. Whites. I think that needs to happen.
Cool. Yeah.
actually.
I think that would look sick.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for watching another Out of Spec Bits videos. Congrats to Drew on a new Martian wheel for Rivian. I think this is going to have, while the last wheel was cool, this has a little bit more mass appeal, I think. I love the rally vibe.
Heck
And
yeah.
can't wait to get them on my
Sweet.
truck once series production starts. But the prototype
Awesome.
set looks good.
Sweet.
And just offer a 30-inch.
Yeah.
Okay.